Have you ever wondered, what does your body really need in the very first 5 minutes after waking up? Most people think a good morning starts with a hot cup of coffee or simply being able to get out of bed without feeling stiff. But what if I told you that those first few moments after you open your eyes hold the secret to not only how your day unfolds, but also how long and how well you live? Surprising, right? Recent health research has shown that by adding just a few simple habits, right after waking up, you can dramatically improve your chances of living longer, healthier, and with far more energy and joy. In this video, I'm going to share 6 powerful morning practices that older adults can do in under 5 minutes to awaken the body in the most natural, uplifting way. The best part, these habits are not complicated, not time-consuming, and definitely not gimmicks. They're backed by science proven through practice and designed to reset your body, restore your energy, and prepare your mind for the day ahead. Stick with me until the end, because you may discover a routine that makes you feel a decade younger and could add decades of vitality to your life. Habit 1. Gentle breathing to reset your nervous system. Right after waking up, before your feet even touch the floor, try starting with something so simple that we often overlook it: breathing. But this time, do it with intention. Just 1 or 2 minutes of slow, mindful breathing can move your body out of stress mode and into healing mode. As we age, our nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress. A strange dream, a sudden noise, or even checking your phone too soon can trigger the body's fight or flight response without you realizing it. If you begin your morning with shallow, rapid breaths, your body is primed to stay tense all day long. That means your heart rate stays elevated, digestion slows down, your mind feels foggy, and your mood gets edgy. But when you breathe deeply through your nose, letting the air expand your belly, pause for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, you're sending your brain a very different message. We're safe. That message ripples through every organ, every muscle, every thought. Take the story of Mr. Henry, 72 years old. His mornings used to start with grabbing his phone right away. News updates, emails, endless to-do lists. His mind was already overloaded before he even stretched. By 10 a.m., he felt drained. But once he replaced that habit with 2 minutes of deep breathing, eyes closed, hand on chest, he noticed a huge shift. He felt calmer, more focused, and emotionally grounded. Even his blood pressure improved, and his anxiety faded, all from the simple act of breathing. And here's the beauty of it: this isn't meditation, and you don't need a quiet room or special setup. All you need is awareness. Here's a quick pattern you can try. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Let your belly rise. Hold for 2 counts. Then exhale gently through your mouth for 6 counts. Do a few rounds and you'll feel your body soften, your mind clear, and your energy align for the day ahead. Try doing this a few times while you're still lying in bed or simply sitting up with your eyes half open. You won't see fireworks or magic tricks, but you will notice something powerful. Your day feels steadier, calmer, more grounded. And here's the secret: when you repeat this small act every morning, it becomes more than a routine. It builds a foundation of peace that quietly supports you through every stage of life. The best part: it costs nothing and requires almost no effort, yet it's one of the most overlooked ways to reset your health from the inside out. Habit 2. Rehydrating your brain and body. The second thing your body craves desperately after waking up, especially as you get older, is water. Think about it: after 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours of sleep, your system has been running without a single sip. Whether you feel thirsty or not, you're dehydrated. Your muscles, your joints, and even your brain are running low on fluid. And this silent dryness shows up in ways most people don't even realize: low energy, poor focus, forgetfulness, and stiffness in your body. Unfortunately, many older adults skip this crucial step and head straight for coffee. The problem: coffee doesn't rehydrate, it actually makes dehydration worse. Morning hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about fueling your body so it can move, think, and repair itself. Just 1 glass of water right after waking can help flush out toxins that built up overnight, kickstart your digestion, loosen up stiff joints and muscles, and give your brain the clarity it needs to focus. And remember, your brain is over 70% water. Even a small drop in hydration can cause foggy thinking, irritability, and slow memory recall before you've even had breakfast. Let me share the story of Mrs. Eleanor, age 77. For years, she thought waking up groggy was just part of aging. Every morning, she shuffled into the kitchen, poured herself a black coffee, and sat down in her recliner, waiting for her mind to catch up with the day. But her doctor suggested something simple, a glass of room temperature water, before anything else. Within a week, Eleanor noticed the difference. Her mind felt sharper, she was less sluggish, and she even became more regular in the bathroom. Something she hadn't realized was connected. Here's why: while you're asleep, your body works non-stop to repair, restore, and detox. Without water first thing, that process stays stuck in second gear. It's like trying to drive a car without oil. It might start, but it won't run smoothly. So start small. Pour yourself a glass of room temperature water. Don't worry if it feels strange at first. The key is consistency. If you'd like, add a slice of lemon for a refreshing flavor and a boost for digestion. This isn't about chugging a gallon of water the moment you wake up. It's about sending your body a loving reminder. I'm taking care of you. You matter. And here's the beauty: over time, this habit becomes more than hydration. It becomes a daily signal of intention, nourishment, and self-care. A way of telling yourself you deserve to feel good today. If you are still watching and finding these tips helpful, drop a comment with the number 2 below. That way I'll know you're here with me, learning and growing alongside this community. And before we continue, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the little bell. That way you'll never miss out on videos that can help you stay healthier, stronger, and more inspired every single day. Your support truly means the world and allows us to keep creating valuable content for this community. Now let's move on. Habit 3, gentle stretching to reawaken your body. As the morning light begins to fill the room, your body is slowly shifting gears from rest to activity. But here's the truth: after lying still for hours, your muscles and joints don't automatically bounce back. They need a gentle wake-up call. And one of the smartest things you can do in the first 5 minutes of your day is a series of simple, gentle stretches. I'm not talking about complicated yoga poses or exercises that require flexibility. What your body needs is calm, intentional movement, signals that whisper, it's time to start the day. Stretching first thing in the morning improves circulation, loosens up stiff joints, enhances posture, and reduces the tightness that naturally builds during sleep. And here's something many people don't realize: stretching also plays a crucial role in preventing falls. As we age, balance and flexibility can quietly decline sometimes without us even noticing. That tightness in your lower back, the ache in your shoulders, or the stiffness in your hips, those are your body's way of asking for a little movement so it can function at its best. Take the story of Mr. James, an 82-year-old widower. He hadn't experienced a fall, but he found himself reaching for the walls or furniture more often when moving around his home. Concerned, he spoke with a physical therapist who taught him a simple 5-minute stretching routine he could do from the edge of his bed. Nothing fancy, just ankle rolls, shoulder circles, neck tilts, side stretches, and deep arm reaches. After a few weeks of consistency, James felt steadier on his feet, more flexible, and noticed that the stiffness he used to blame on just getting old had started to fade away. And here's the best part: you don't need a yoga mat, a gym membership, or a class. All you need is a willingness to be kind to your body for a few minutes each morning. Try this. Sit up slowly, roll your shoulders back and down. Tilt your head gently from side to side. Stretch your arms overhead and as if you're greeting the sky. Extend your legs out, flex, and point your toes to wake up your feet. Circle your wrists and ankles for a few seconds to boost blood flow. These aren't workouts, they're wake-ups, small signals that tell your body, I care about you. And with consistency, you'll notice real changes. Less stiffness when standing up easier, time bending to tie your shoes, more comfort when reaching overhead in the kitchen. Stretching is not about performance or pushing your limits. It's about honoring your body's need to move. It's about saying, I'm still here and I'm choosing to show up with care. For many older adults, this simple morning act can mark the shift from passively aging to actively living. And all it takes is a breath, a reach, and a little faith in the quiet strength your body still holds. Habit 4, practicing gratitude to shift your mindset. One of the most quietly transformative things you can do within minutes of waking up is to simply pause and acknowledge one thing you are grateful for. And here's the best part: it doesn't need to be grand or profound. It could be the golden sunlight slipping through your curtains, the cozy weight of your favorite blanket, or even the memory of your grandchild's laughter echoing in your mind. When you begin your day by noticing even a single good thing, you gently retrain your brain. You start wiring it for optimism, resilience, and peace. And that shift matters because as we grow older, it's easy, almost natural, to focus on what's been lost. Energy, friends, mobility, routines. Gratitude doesn't deny those losses, but it changes the perspective. Instead of greeting the morning with complaints about aches or irritation over the news, you make a conscious choice to begin with appreciation. That single choice can completely shape the emotional tone of your day. Take the story of Carolyn, a 76-year-old retired nurse. For years, she began her mornings with grumbles, sometimes spoken out loud, sometimes just in her head. Her knees hurt. The mail always seemed late. The neighbor's dog barked before sunrise. Over time, that negative loop drained her spirit and left her feeling heavy. Then one day, her son gave her a small notebook and said, "Mom, just try writing down one thing you're thankful for every morning." Skeptical but willing, she gave it a shot. The first entry was simple: the taste of my coffee. The next day, my rose bush is blooming. Within a few weeks, something remarkable happened. Carolyn felt lighter before she even finished her second cup of coffee. Gratitude didn't erase her knee pain, but it reframed her mornings. It brought beauty back into view. And here's why this matters even more for older adults. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to loneliness, fear, and the feeling that life has become nothing more than repetitive routines. When you take a moment to notice what's still good, still beautiful, still yours to enjoy, you reclaim your sense of agency. You remind yourself that life is still offering gifts waiting to be noticed. You can jot it down in a journal, say it aloud, or simply whisper it in your heart. The practice itself doesn't need to be elaborate. The key is to notice, to choose to see. Over time, this morning act grows into more than just a habit. It becomes a mindset, an anchor that grounds you, lifts your spirit, and gives you the strength to carry hope instead of heaviness throughout the day. And the benefits are incredible. Studies suggest that practicing gratitude can brighten your outlook, elevate your mood, and even support your immune system. Think about that: something that costs nothing, takes less than 30 seconds, and yet can make you feel more alive, more connected, and more joyful. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about clarity, seeing that even in the middle of aging, life still holds countless moments to notice, to love, and to celebrate. If you're still here soaking up these insights, I'd love for you to drop the number 4 in the comments below. That way I'll know you're walking this journey with us. And once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to inform, uplift, and inspire. Your support truly helps us keep building this community of health and hope. Now let's continue. Habit 5, setting a gentle intention for the day. There's a special window of time in the early morning, a quiet, sacred space before the phone starts buzzing, before the headlines appear, before breakfast is even on the table. In that soft, open moment, your mind is more receptive than at any other point of the day, and what you choose to place in that space matters. One of the most powerful yet underrated practices older adults can adopt is the habit of setting a gentle intention. This isn't a to-do list or a rigid plan. It's not about schedules, deadlines, or chores. It's simply choosing one meaningful aim, one guiding principle for how you want to move through your day. Your intention might be as simple as staying calm in moments of frustration, moving slowly and mindfully instead of rushing, reaching out to someone you have been meaning to call, offering a smile to a stranger, or even allowing yourself to rest without guilt. These aren't tasks, they're values in action. As we age, structure often slips away. Retirement, grown children, or health challenges can change the rhythm of daily life. Without clear anchors, days may start to feel like they're just happening to you, like you're drifting instead of directing. But when you wake up and gently affirm, "Today, I choose kindness toward myself," or "Today, I'll choose peace over worry," you reclaim authorship over your life, even if the calendar is completely empty. Consider the story of Mr. Henry, age 80. For years, mornings filled him with dread because they reminded him of everything he used to do, but no longer could. One day, while listening to the radio, he heard a simple phrase, "My goal each day is just to live it with grace." That single sentence stayed with him. So the next morning, before his feet even touched the floor, Henry whispered to himself, "Today I'll practice grace." He carried that thought into every part of his day while getting dressed during his morning walk, even when he misplaced his glasses yet again. It didn't erase his struggles, but it shifted how he met them. It gave him a sense of choice, of dignity, of calm. That's the beauty of intention. It doesn't need to be grand or complicated. It just needs to be yours. When you take even a few seconds to consciously shape your focus, your presence, or your attitude, the entire day feels different. You stop reacting automatically. You begin responding thoughtfully. And here's the science-backed truth: daily intention setting helps reduce stress, boosts emotional satisfaction, and creates better balance in your mood. Over time, it transforms how you experience life. Instead of feeling like a passive passenger carried along by time, you step into the role of a wise elder at the wheel, gently steering your day with clarity and purpose. That subtle shift can make all the difference between simply growing older and truly deeply living. Habit 6, smiling, even if you don't feel like it. Yet, this might sound almost too simple to matter, but don't underestimate it. The simple act of smiling, even before you're fully awake, can completely transform your body, your brain, and your day. And no, this isn't about faking happiness or pretending everything is perfect. It's about using one small physical gesture to gently shift your inner chemistry. When you smile, even just a soft grin, your brain responds by releasing feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. Your heart rate calms down, your immune system gets a little boost, and your body begins the day with the belief that something good is already unfolding. Most of us wait until we have a reason to smile. But here's the secret: smiling itself creates the reason. This is especially true in later years when mornings may feel slower, heavier, or filled with worries. Smiling even for a moment can become a quiet act of defiance against gloom. It's a way of saying, "Today I choose joy." Take the story of Elena, age 79. After spending a long winter stuck indoors, she found her mood slipping lower each morning. One day her daughter suggested a silly idea: just smile at yourself in the mirror every morning. At first, Elena laughed it off, but she tried it anyway. A little grin, a raised eyebrow, and something surprising happened. Her mood lifted just a little. Over time, that little became a lot. Soon, while brushing her teeth, she'd even tell herself, "You've got this, old girl." That one small habit shifted her mornings from gray to golden. And here's the science: your brain doesn't always know the difference between a forced smile and a natural one. Either way, it responds by creating positive chemistry. Over time, this simple gesture builds emotional resilience. It makes it easier to meet challenges with grace, to connect with others with warmth, and to treat yourself with kindness. You don't have to feel cheerful to begin. Ironically, the days you feel least like smiling are the days you'll benefit most. So try it. Smile at the ceiling before you sit up. Smile at your reflection in the mirror, even if it's just a flicker. Let your face remind your spirit that good things are still ahead. It takes less than 5 seconds. It requires no tools, no money, no preparation. And yet it can bring a crack of sunlight into your morning, a sense of lightness that helps you start your day with strength and softness. If you're still here with me, finding these insights helpful, I'd love for you to drop the number 6 in the comments below. It lets me know you're part of this journey. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss what's next. Final thoughts. As we bring this video to a close, I want you to pause for just a moment and think back on the 6 simple but powerful habits we've explored. Actions you can take in less than 5 minutes after waking up. Breathing deeply, rehydrating with water, gentle stretching, practicing gratitude, setting a daily intention, and smiling. None of these require fancy equipment. None of them are complicated, but each one has the power to shape your energy, your outlook, and even your long-term health in remarkable ways. Which of these stood out to you the most? Maybe it was the deep breathing or the glass of water, or maybe just the act of smiling before your feet hit the floor. Whatever it was, remember this: a longer, healthier, more vibrant life doesn't always come from big dramatic changes. Sometimes it begins in the smallest spaces of your routine. Aging is not simply about decline. It's about deepening the connection between your body and your choices, between your mindset and your health, between the way you wake up and the way you live. So tomorrow morning, when your eyes first flutter open, remember you hold 5 sacred minutes that can set the tone for everything that follows. Choose them with care. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you learned in the comments and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your reflections inspire not only me, but this entire community. Reading your thoughts is truly what keeps us motivated. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating meaningful content that informs and uplifts. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.